Hello, throwers and throwettes. This is Magneto from the Yo-Yo Workshop doing our premiere video, and that is how to silicone a yo-yo. So I have here a Duncan prototype of their new magnetic yo-yo, which being Magneto I have absolutely nothing to do with. Sarcasm. So I'm going to show you how you can silicone basically any yo-yo. What's the advantage of siliconing? Well, it takes just about any yo-yo and makes it play better. Now that's a gross overstatement, but that's the general idea. Alright, so the first step to siliconing your yo-yo is disassembling it. Alright, that was really hard. Next, you're going to need two things you can get at any local hardware store. And those things are Flowable silicone. This is the packaging it comes in, or something like this. If you prefer a different brand, or you prefer a different substance for this procedure, post a comment in the comment section below about what you use. But this is what I would recommend, and it's what the National Yo-Yo Museum recommends. It's flowable silicone, used for sealing stuff. The other thing you will need are 3x5 cards. That's all we need for this. Amazing, isn't it? So you're going to start by opening up the silicone and putting the tube on. So difficult, so hard. Now, and if you haven't done so already, you're going to cut the top open. Right up here. Now, after you've made sure these surfaces are clean, and this is the reservoir where you normally put the friction sticker in. Just clean that out, make sure there's no leftover sticker chunks. And then you're going to start squirting this stuff into it. Just like so. Just rotate it around and ooze it in. And you want to try to get it even, and don't overfill it, because if you get silicone in the bearing recess or on the outer edge, it can cause funky things in play. So just get it in there, like so. And I always try to have a few napkins on hand when I do this, to get extra. And so I'm going to just do a quick view of this. You can see the white gunk in there. That's a bad thing right there. So before you let this dry too much, the reason we have the 3x5 cards is you're going to place it right here on the edge and scrape off the excess. Now this is really handy because you won't have to spend like a day of playing with it as a responsive yo-yo. And try to get that stuff to lay back in there without going on the edge. This is kind of a messy process. Because I'm having a disaster over here. So just do that one more time to make sure you got everything off. And let it dry for 24 hours. You're like, 24 hours? But I want to play with it now. Oh, this is why you should buy multiple yo-yos. So while one's being fixed, what I'm doing is I'm just wiping off the excess around the edges. Now if you do miss that step, you'll find those edges get wiped off pretty quick when you're playing with the yo-yo. Alright, so let's do that again. So, I just have the nozzle, I put it right in the groove, and I start squeezing. And I just slowly, instead of trying to walk around the yo-yo, I just slowly rotate it. I find it's the best way to do this. Also, as I mentioned before, people use many different substances for this. Well, maybe not many, they're all basically silicone, or a form of. But some may even require sanding, but they last a lot longer. but I'm showing you the easy one that I recommend starting with. And Thad Winsland at the National Yo-Yo Museum here in Chico, California, is the one who actually showed me this method. And I found it so useful, and now that I do it to all my yo-yos, I thought I would share it with the world. Though I already checked and someone else already has. But doesn't mean I can't. Alright, so once again we have our 3x5 card, and if you've already used up this edge and it's all gooey, just flip it over. Let's be friendly to the environment here. It's just a matter of scraping this stuff off. Try to scoop it, get that drip to fall back in the seam. Wipe it off with your napkin. Alright, so now let's just quickly clean off the excess. And there you have it. In 24 hours, you will have a perfectly siliconed yo-yo ready to go. Some players even only silicone one side and use a friction sticker on the other. They feel this enhances play or gets the yo-yo to play just the way they want it to. So this isn't a set-in-stone process, and you're welcome to interpret it as you like it. Recommendations: do this in an area you can get messy. So I would put down like newspaper or something. I'm working on my nice work table, which I always get dirty with all kinds of stuff. Have the silicone, have napkins on hand ready to go. And when you're all finished, thoroughly clean this out, because if this dries in here, the silicone dries in this tube, it's a pain in the butt to get out. And trying to do this without the funnel is really hard. And just leave these somewhere on a flat surface. If you tip them up or assemble the yo-yo, the silicone will pour out, and then you'll have a real mess on your hands. And do wait the full 24 hours. I have tried waiting 12 hours and then playing with it, and I find out it just rips out a lot faster. So, have a surface, clean, a surface you don't mind getting dirty. Be patient with it, and do it in a well-ventilated area. You can get a little tipsy on this stuff if you do it in a closed, tight space, such as a bedroom, and that's not recommended. Brain damage isn't cool. Alright guys, that's been the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.